So, after a long wait, I finally gave in and bought LEGO Rivendell. Given that my first video was reviewing the images on LEGO.com, I thought it was only fair to give my thoughts on it after the fact. I know I haven't put out a video recently, I've been pretty busy, but hopefully things will pick up from here. To start with the good, the build process is great. The set uses a lot of interesting techniques, and it's never boring, except maybe the roof part. Thankfully, I was able to outsource some of that to my younger brother. The use of snot bricks on the floors was really good, and the whole thing feels like a mock some elite builder would design. And I was not at all expecting it to be quite as big as it is. Overall, I had a great time. Unfortunately, there is some bad, and it's worth telling y'all about that now. The floor tiles had this weird thing going where some were darker than others. That is not how it's supposed to be. The set clearly thinks they're just 64 of the same piece. That's certainly not the case, and it was pretty frustrating. I'm considering asking LEGO to ship replacement parts for these, but I'm not sure if that would qualify for that. I also got a misprinted Elrond robe, where the dress is notably misaligned from the torso. But aside from that, the build is wonderful. The less amazing part is the minifigures. I've been messing around with them for the last day or so, and my conclusion is that they are all pretty good, but they're not notably better than their 2012 counterparts. I know that minifigures had a massive jump in quality during the 2000s, and it isn't fair to assume that kind of improvement would continue through the 2010s, but it's really hard to see this as an improvement at all. Sure, there's a slightly better prints for the Hobbit's clothes, and the new dress piece for Gandalf is great, but everything else seems to have a downside for every upside. For example, Glowin has a great beard and face, but his body is pulled directly from the Jurassic World sets. Why? No idea. I remember getting so excited about the old Gimli body despite never seeing it under the beard, but those days seem to be gone. Another example, Gandalf's hair is definitely better, but his face is a single-sided and uncharacteristic. The old face is clearly better. Boromir's shield is slightly improved, but the face print, while okay, is far less expressive than the one from a decade ago. Same thing for Aragorn's face. One of the faces of the NPC elves was taken from a Draco Malfoy minifig, and the other appears to be a completely generic female face. The biggest disappointment is Arwen, who, while no means bad, bears no resemblance to Liv Tyler's character, and instead just fills the role of female elf in white dress. Contrast this with the 2012 and 2013 sets where every character's face was unique, and even the unnamed elves had special faces with high cheekbones as their defining characteristic. Those heads were objectively better, and the very least LEGO should have done was bring them back. Lastly, Arwen's even star print is exceedingly two-dimensional and curvy, and in my opinion, less accurate than the version on the 2012 Aragorn. It's not all negative though. On the bright side, I do like the new elf hairpiece. It works best for Elrond and good for everyone else. I just hope they don't wholesale replace the old hair, as it definitely has its place. The new hair also makes for a greatly improved Haldir minifig. They've gone and redone Gimli's helmet, and it's a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's a little less bulky, and there's more space to see the minifig's face. On the other hand, the back detailing has been smoothed down, and now it's just printing. Overall, though, I think it's an improvement. The new weapons are also superb, and integrate very well with the new greatsword with curved crossguard. The axes are great, the elf blades are great, and the only questionable one is Sting, which is much thicker than the old version, but overall it's okay. My favorite sword is actually the short one they gave Boromir, which is my least favorite on all the pictures, but I find it really refreshing to have a unique, shorter design. As a whole, the weapons pack definitely improves my LEGO armies, which I'm looking forward to showing you in the coming weeks. In short, don't buy this set for the minifigures. They're not bad, but not notably better than what came a decade earlier. The build is fabulous, however, and makes up for a lot of the sins of the fig design. I don't regret buying it, but I wish LEGO would do better with minifigures, or at least, if they can't manage that, as good as they did 10 years ago. Anyways, if you've picked up the set, let me know what you think of it, and as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.